Fortuner became a household name in South Africa in 2006, but its origins are actually a lot earlier than that. It started life in Thailand in the late 90s as the Hilux Sport Rider and also the Hilux Surf. But in South Africa, we only really became familiar with the Fortuner from 2006 onwards, and it's really become a very popular vehicle indeed. In terms of sales, Fortuner regularly was in the top 10. The tagline for new Fortuner, which is the luxury of freedom, really sums up the vehicle perfectly because it demonstrates the duality of its personality. The fact that you can have a boulevard cruiser on the one hand, but on the other hand, you've also got a fully fledged Bundu Basher that can take you anywhere. Fortuner has to appeal to people who are off-road enthusiasts, but also those who want a more stylish SUV. And so it was decided to stay with the ladder frame chassis because the toughness that comes from Toyota's inherent QDR, which is quality, durability and reliability, still needs to be at the core of the vehicle. Obviously, to appeal to the more style conscious, we had to distance particularly the design and looks of Fortuner from its Hilux sibling. So when you look at some of the exterior similarities between the two vehicles, you actually won't find many, because the only components that they share in common is the front windscreen and the front doors. Nothing else is shared. What is noticeable about the Fortuner's interior is the fact that it's a lot more refined than the previous model. This is starting with the seats, which have a far sportier profile, to the instruments. The attention to detail is evident throughout. For example, the needles actually light up. Then you have the beautifully integrated multimedia system, and then the center console features a lot of soft touch materials as well. The third row of seats fold away to the side, which at first might raise a few eyebrows, but in fact there are three practical reasons for this. Number one, the fact that these seats are completely stowable, so you can remove them, which is what we found a lot of our more hardcore 4x4 enthusiasts want to do with those rear seats. Also the fact that they're a lot more comfortable because the seat cushion itself can be thicker. And then the third reason for us adopting this particular seating style is the fact that your loading sill is a lot lower, so it aids practicality as well. Starting off with the engines, the most popular engines will undoubtedly be the diesels, and they have the GD moniker, which stands for Global Diesel. Both of them have lower compression ratios. Now what this means in layman terms is that there's less stress on the engine. The engine has to work a lot less hard in order to produce more power. It also means that they're quieter and more refined and emit less when it comes to carbon emissions. There are a number of other innovations in the new Fortuner. For example, it has a facility called pitch and bounce control. What this essentially means is that over irregular road surfaces, the engine torque will be controlled to minimize lifting and dipping of the nose. In terms of pricing, they started in the low 400s with the 2.7, which has a starting price of $429,400, going up to the 4-litre V6, which is priced at just over 600 at $633,000. So there is a Fortuner for everyone, basically.